What's going on, everybody? Andrew Champagne here with my latest entry in my series of some of my favorite horse racing handicapping angles. My first entry in this series focused on not betting horses as favorites to do things they've never done before. This one, though, is particularly timely because I am filming this on the eve of the 2019 Breeders' Cup. However, while this angle comes into play during Breeders' Cup events, it also comes into play at a number of times throughout the year. As such, I feel this may be relevant to handicappers of all skill levels, whether you're just starting out, have some experience, or consider yourself an expert in the field. This angle focuses on European runners adding Lasix for the first time in their first start in either the United States or in Canada. This comes as common knowledge to advanced horse players, but to those of you not necessarily familiar with the topics of race day medications and the differing rules that surround it, generally speaking, race day medication is not allowed in European jurisdictions and, in fact, most racing jurisdictions outside of the United States. With that in mind, European runners that are coming to the United States often get Lasix for the first time and often take big steps forward. Horses that haven't run on it before often have their form darkened a little bit. With that in mind, prices go up, and when Lasix gets administered, suddenly they become an entirely different horse.
A resurgent Wilco into the final 16th, and it's Wilco in front, and he's going to pull off a huge upset here. He'll pay $50 to win.
And Rote is wearing them down, and Rote is going to win it. Rote wore them down the final furlong and one going away, and Rote has taken the juvenile turn.
Wuhita's the one to catch close to home, though. She's got a two-length lead. Rhododendron dashing through on the inside, but Wuhita has done it. Talismanic, Highland Reel, and Beach Patrol coming down to the line. Talismanic, Beach Patrol fights on. Highland Reel, Talismanic is the winner. Beach Patrol second and Highland Reel was third.
Now, obviously, you're not going to have the budget to use every European runner that's getting Lasix for the first time. However, one of the things that I like to do to sort of narrow the field a little bit is go off of track conditions. For instance, this Breeders' Cup will be contested at Santa Anita over a turf course that's been very firm and producing some very fast times of late. Traditionally, European runners do their best running over courses that have a bit of cut in the ground, but the ones that come to North America are often coming in search of firm turf. So go into their past performances and see horses that have done their best running over good or good to firm going. Generally speaking, that's the firmest it gets. Now, obviously, if a horse is much the best in Europe over a number of different course situations, then they're likely going to be pretty short prices, and they merit respect regardless of those situations. However, you can sometimes stumble into horses that go off at overlaid prices because they haven't done a whole heck of a lot in Europe, simply because those circumstances don't suit what they want. Look at horses like Red Rocks and Dangerous Midge, both of whom won the Breeders' Cup Turf at pretty big prices, despite not really accomplishing a whole heck of a lot over in Europe prior to those races.
Red Rocks going on from Better Talk now, but it's Red Rocks and Frankie Dettori to win the turf. Second will be Better Talk now. Here's Dangerous Midge on the outside. Beckerman did not go on, but Dangerous Midge did. And it's going to be Dangerous Midge and Frankie Dettori to take it. Dangerous Midge just under 2.
So again, the key here is simply to focus on European runners getting Lasix for the first time and paying particular attention to those runners that seem to relish firmer going. If you do that, who knows? You might luck into a horse that pays way more than it should on Breeders' Cup Day. That's a wrap from here for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit the subscribe button. You'll be notified anytime I put forth a new video. There's going to be a lot of good stuff coming on big days, and I don't think you want to miss any of it. So again, hit the subscribe button. If you want to interact with me on social media, Twitter's the best place to do that. You can follow me at Andrew Champagne, and my DMs are open. If there's anything you'd like to see, by all means, don't hesitate to reach out. If you're interested in sponsoring some of my stuff, I'm open to that as well. Shoot me a direct message and let's talk. Again, thanks very much for taking a look at some of my stuff. Hopefully this will help you make some money on Breeders' Cup Day and other big days on the American racing calendar. I'm Andrew Champagne, signing off.